Today on the Homes Real Estate Podcast, Coldwell Banker gets a rebrand, and the world is now on fire. Stay tuned. All right, hello everybody. I am Peter Toering.
And I'm Chris Vanbelle.
And as you guys may know, obviously you hear the podcast when we say that we are realtors, but we are also Coldwell Banker Realtors. And big news from Coldwell Banker, our company is now 113 years old, and we have decided to ditch our maybe a little bit tired block logo.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool, and at first I wasn't in love with it, but getting a little bit of a rebranding, a little bit of freshening up, something to build some excitement. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So if you're not aware, we had this kind of blocky blue logo that said Coldwell Banker on it, and we have now switched to it is like and we're going to post a picture of it and link it out. It is like a CB with a star. So now I will say this before we get into our thoughts on the actual logo itself. Let's talk about the reason that this logo is cool is I think not even so much the logo itself, but there is a story behind it. It's called Coldwell Banker Project North Star.
I think that's absolutely awesome, and the story is what helps build the character for the new logo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that gives it its roots, it gives it its identity, and it gives it its reason. So yeah. I think it's pretty sweet.
And so the story here is Coldwell Banker has always been known as a company. We're rated in very, very top marks as being an ethical, honest corporation. We do things the right way. If you want things done right, you go to Coldwell Banker. But we have not been known as necessarily being, I don't think, an industry pioneer. And I think that's a mistake because we had, and we'll link out, actually, there's an introduction video. We had AI and predictive analytics and some, big city data before any of the other companies did. But for whatever reason, we weren't seen as being that progressive, modern brand. So I think that one of the things that we wanted to do with and obviously we're speaking from our own opinion here, not with, our opinions are not necessarily those of Coldwell Banker. But right. they wanted something that would show that we are not only a trusted advisor brand, but we're also a leader. And the story here too is they also want to view us as the North Star is leading you home, right? And so that's what our agents are, and not only the people that are honest and have integrity and do things the right way, but are also and leaders in their industry, but are also the guiding force in finding you your home.
Yeah, and what you said right there is guide. The North Star is a guide. Peter and I talk about it quite often. We are not salespeople. We are not salespeople at all. We want to be your trusted advisor, and we want to guide people into the right direction.
If I was a salesperson, I'm a bad salesperson.
Dude,
there's been more than one time that I've ended up talking myself out of money because it wasn't the right thing for my client.
Right.
And that's, and they recognize that later too. So it does happen. But I think that's the key with this rebrand is giving and I always say too that our marketing is a story. I try and be fairly transparent in my own marketing in my own life, and I think the same thing is true here with the brand. Is now it's a little bit more transparent on what they want our role to be, and I think that's in a world of ever increasing realtors who are throwing about all sorts of practices in the industry. I think that Coldwell Banker really stands tall as like I said, as an honest, ethical leader in business here.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, and it gives us a little bit more of a definition and a way to keep moving forward, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a vision for the company, which is awesome. So, now, let's actually get into the logo itself. Oh, and I'm just finding the signs.
Those signs are actually pretty sweet.
So, I'll be totally honest with you. Neither Chris or I, at first look, was super thrilled.
No.
Now that we've seen it a little bit more, and we've seen some of the stylized versions, we've seen it. So, the problem, too, was in addition to being a little bit tired, the logo does not translate very well digitally. If you want to have the name on an app, really hard to fit in, when you're looking at an app that's, a quarter of an inch or a half an inch by half an inch, it's very hard to see an entire Coldwell Banker. The CB is very clear. Same thing with mobile branding. It certainly makes it a lot easier to see. It also the block did not translate very well to apparel. I'm seeing some of the new apparel, and it does translate well to apparel. Very nice looking. It's very clean, simple.
Well, we both had that issue for a while because we both want branded stuff. We love where we work. We love who we're with. We support this company 100%. But when we're looking at some of the clothes, like you're saying, it's all blocky. It doesn't look right. It just it feels kind of awkward. With this, it's got a good flow to it. It looks good. It looks modern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's certainly, now there has been quite a few agents within our company that maybe weren't as excited, and I think that the ones at least that aren't just disliking it for the sake of change, I think will come around once you start seeing. I think that even for me, I kind of turned the corner when I took the not just the blue on white on paper and started seeing it in some of its applications. That actually turned out a lot better for me. So that's when I turned the corner on.
Okay, let's be real for a quick second here. When people get to be keyboard commandos, they get to have an opinion that everybody else has to see.
Well, we get to have it. We run a podcast. That's by definition what we're doing too.
Yeah, but they have the opportunity to sit and bash things. I don't care what you do, what decision a company makes. There's always going to be those people out there that have to be heard and have to have some kind of very harsh, rash opinion.
Yeah, and for me, I guess for me, we've trusted the leadership at Coldwell Banker, and I understand giving feedback. We've trusted the leadership at Coldwell Banker for a lot of things, and I think for me, I said, you know what? I reached out to our wonderful marketing director here at Coldwell Banker Weir Manuel, Allison Ferris. I said, hey, what do you think on this? And she said, hey, I don't tell you guys how to sell houses. Stop telling us how to do graphics. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely true. And and that's, I think, the biggest key on it is we have a lot of excellent professional people that have done the task work on this, and I think it's going to move us into the next era. So I am very excited about it. I'm excited for the future of Coldwell Banker. I'm very proud to be a Coldwell Banker agent, and I think that if you are, I know we have some agents that listen to us. I think it's somewhere you got to come check out, and I think that if you're a buyer or seller, I think there is no better time to be listed or to be on a house hunt with a CB agent.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Spring Market's here. And I'd like to mention too that this logo isn't 100% official being put out yet. There's still a lot of research and work that needs to be done on it. But on the soft opening, man, I think I'm actually getting a little bit excited to see it now that we see it on some apparel and even like simple stuff like pins and the sign. Mm-hmm. The sign sold me, man. When I saw those signs.
We're going to link out some. I'm going to put some pictures on social media and also in the podcast description if I can. And certainly we'll do so on the YouTube channel. We'll throw some images up here, and I think let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of the old logo. Let us know what you think of the new logo. It might be that hey, everybody hated the old one, is glad to see it go in the public. So, but again, we both Chris and I are very excited about the story, and let a Coldwell Banker agent guide you home.
That's perfect, man.
That's a great ending, actually. So. I like that. Follow us as per usual on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Peter Toering Realtor, Chris Vanbelle Realtor, and follow podcast Homes, like the acronym for the Great Lakes, on SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, and our now functional YouTube channel. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care.